So welcome back to your own channel, guys. So let's try to find out what exactly is going on between Adani and Vedanta. So the battle for the JP assets is what I'm gonna name this, and let's even try to find why ED raids adds a new twist. So what happens when two of the India's biggest conglomerates go head to head for a bankrupt empire worth thousands of crores? So the fight between Adani Group and Vedanta over Jay Prakash Associates has turned into one of the most closely watched corporate battles in India. And just when the legal fight was heating up, ED searches at Vedanta added a fresh layer of drama. So let's try to break down the story. So in this story, we'll be trying to discuss what exactly is happening between Adani and Vedanta. So I'm naming it as Adani versus Vedanta. So Jayaprakash Associates entered insolvency proceeding with loan exceeding around 75,000 crore rupees. So the company owned valuable assets including real estate projects, cement business and power assets as well. And the famous both international circuit Formula One racetrack is what Jayaprakash Associates own. But several corporate giants entered the wedding race, but the final battle came down to Adani Group and Vedanta. So why Adani won? So interestingly, Vedanta claimed it had offered a higher overall value than Adani. However, lenders and the committee of creditors preferred Adani resolution plan because it provided higher upfront cash and better payment certainty. Creditors exercised what insolvency law calls their commercial wisdom and selected Adani's bid. So in November 2025, creditors voted in the favor of Gautam Adani, and later the NCLT proved Adani resolution plan worth around 14,000 crore is what Adani plan was submitted during the bid, and you can see what Adani gains access when he acquires JP Group. So after this, Vedanta fight backs. So Vedanta was not willing to accept the defeat. So the company challenged the decision, arguing that its proposal offered superior value and bidding process lacked transparency. So it moved to NCLAT and then later approached the Supreme Court seeking a stay on Adani's takeover. So, however, the Supreme Court refused to halt the implementation of Adani's resolution plan and directed that the dispute be heard through the insolvency process. So, then come another setback for Vedanta. So, in May 2026, NCLAT dismissed Vedanta's challenge and upheld the creditors' decision to select Adani. So, this effectively backed the principle that creditors have the final say in choosing the resolution plan. So this is why people are connecting dots of the case when Vedanta had challenged Adani Enterprise, and then after a month later, ED searches Vedanta. So just as the JAL dispute remained in focus, another development grabbed market attention. On June 2nd, the ED conducted searches at Vedanta offices in Mumbai and Delhi as part of FEMA investigation linked to royalty payments made to Vedanta Resources, which is the group's parent company. So Vedanta stated it was cooperating fully with authorities and providing the required information. So, but there is no actual official link has been established between ED actions and Vedanta's legal challenge against Adani in JAL acquisition case. But still, there are people, analysts, who is connecting dots between what is happening with Vedanta now is because Vedanta had challenged Adani in Supreme Court. So in market reaction, the ED action triggered investors' concern. So Vedanta shares slipped during the trading following report of searches reflecting market cautions whenever regulatory investigations emerge around listed companies. So reports indicated that stock was trading at a lower during the session when the news broke out. So as you can see, since the past 5 days, it is down around 8 to 10%, and the stock which was trading is around 328 to 330 rupees. And while the decline was not dramatic, but the development reminded investors that regularity can create short-term pressures on stock price. So this is what all market is about. It's all about sentiments, it's all about emotions. So the jail battle highlights how insolvency cases are no longer just about the highest bid. For lenders, factors such as upfront cash, execution certainty, and recovery timelines can matter more than headlines valuation. So Adani emerged victorious in the JAL acquisition battle, while Vedanta's legal challenge failed to reverse the outcome. So meanwhile, the ED's FEMA investigation has opened a separate chapter that investors will watch out closely now. So the biggest question now is, will Adani successfully unlock the value of JP's massive asset base? Or can Adani move past both legal and regularities headwind? So if Adani wins this, I mean it has won, but again, if there is if there is anything which is not that transparent or shown to us, there can be again a bid happening. So in this, J Prakash Associates has very good thermal assets in where Adani Power is going to benefit from that. So let's see. And also and also just let me know, can Vedanta move past both legal and regulatory headwinds? So let me know your comments and the thoughts. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm gonna keep this very raw and very simple and explain whatever is happening in the market in very simple terms.